What's up, everybody? I wanted to get on here real quick. I'm gonna cut straight to the chase, man. I just want to get on here and speak my mind real quick on a lot of these hot topics that's going on in regards to cloud gaming. I said I was gonna fix my video format, but I haven't done that yet, and it's only because I'm just right now I'm fired up to say something about this cloud gaming stuff, man. So what really got me on it is a lot of the stuff that's been trending lately in terms of X Cloud and Nvidia GeForce and all this stuff. It's been picking up, and I'm taking notice of what the people are saying and stuff like that. And what kind of sent me over the edge is I just saw another video from Review Tech USA, man, and I'm just you know I feel like for some reason I feel like he's cheerleading for these corporations, man. I'm feeling like from the stuff that he's saying, man, somebody is sliding something in his pocket, man. And I could be wrong, and I'm not trying to stir up controversy or anything, but a lot of the stuff he's saying is just not making sense right now. Now, I could be wrong, like, and maybe I can't see what he see, or maybe he got more information than I got. But like right now, it just don't make sense. So the latest news right now is about Nvidia GeForce and how a couple of publishers and yanked their games right off of the GeForce platform. You know what I mean? And Rich's video, he all up in arms and he's mad about it and all of this stuff. And long story short, he started advocating for cloud gaming and how cool he think cloud gaming will be. And my personal take on it is there's nothing cool about cloud gaming. There's nothing cool about it because I feel like you give up your rights as a consumer once you buy into this platform. Right now it's an option, but if it all takes shape, right, and everybody starts adopting this cloud gaming, digital distribution, crap, then that's what the norm would end up being like. You know what I mean? And personally, you could call me, old school. You could call me all of this stuff, man. But I'm more fixated on the principle of the matter. How would you feel if you couldn't own your TV, or you couldn't own it's just not cool to not own. You want to own the stuff that you put your money into, man. You know what I mean? If you're not doing that, man, you're just throwing your money away. You're throwing your money into a money pit. Like a house, you want to own your house. You want to own your car. You don't want to rent. You don't want to rent nothing. You know what I mean? Anything. The only thing that should be disposable in terms of income, I would say, is probably food. That's about it. Food and maybe, bills and stuff like that, as far as like utilities and stuff. But when it comes to, just straight up tangible stuff that you put your money into, you know what I mean? You want to own that. You know what I mean? You ever heard of assets and liabilities? As long as you own something, no matter what it is an asset. No matter what it is, it might be trash to you, but it's probably gold to somebody else. It's probably a treasure to somebody else. I'm sure I own something right now that's probably not worth nothing if I was to put it up on eBay or something like that. But it might be something that somebody is looking for, man. And I could even give it away. It would be more valuable to give some away and make someone's day than to not own it at all. And I'm just throwing my money away into it. You know what I mean? I know I probably jumped around or bounced around, but I think you get my drift on what I'm trying to say, man. And like I said, it's the principle of the whole thing. There's no way you could be okay with renting your games or paying a subscription fee to access games or anything like that. It's just no way that should be okay. And I hear people say stuff all the time about music. People do it already in music and TV shows and movies and stuff like that. But that's different, man. To me, that's different because games are expensive to make and they are expensive to buy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's value in it. There's there's even value in buying movies, especially if you get in a certain format. Like personally, I buy 4K Blu-rays. I got a 4K Ultra 4K Blu-ray player. I buy 4K Ultra Blu-rays. I'd rather do it that way than stream 4K Ultra because the fidelity, all of the fidelity is there when you get it on a physical format versus streaming it. When you streaming it, I don't care if it's 4K HDR, you're dealing with compression and you're not getting the full everything. Same with music. In order to get high fidelity music, you have to get a premium service in order to do it. Like pay like I want to say, I know with I don't know if it's like that with Spotify. I got a Spotify account, but I don't have the premium. You know what I mean? I have just the basic Spotify, right? But I know like with what's the other format? I can't think of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Jay-Z's stuff. I forget what it's called, but to get the premium experience where you getting lossless sound, you got to pay like $30 a month or some crazy crap, or like $20 a month. Like, who's paying that every month for music? Like, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's just the fact that if you're not owning what you buy, you're just throwing your money away. Essentially, you're just throwing it away. You're throwing it down a money pit. It's like going to the arcades. You know what I mean? And you just sinking your quarters and just throwing quarters into the machine. And then at the end of the day, yeah, you had a good time, but then you go home. But if you want to go play it again, you got to go back up there and put more money into it. Instead of having that game you can have at home and just accessing the game whenever you want. And then once you're done with the game, you could just give it to somebody. You know? Like I said, I might be going a little bit extreme when I talk about arcades and all of that stuff, but I'm really just trying to drive the point home how important it is to own your assets. Because as long as you own it, it's an asset. I don't care what the value is. It's an asset. But the minute you're throwing your money away into a service that's providing something for you, it's not an asset anymore. And not to mention when you buy into these services and stuff like that, there's so many variables that get in the way of you getting access to the games that you want to play. You know what I mean? Like, I live in an area where I get frequent brownouts, right? And that's frustrating by itself. That's frustrating to have to deal with these brownouts when I want to play the game. I've actually sat in my man cave in front of my TV playing a game when a brownout hit and it shut my TV off. I can't even handle that versus dealing with my internet going out for one reason or another. Behind a bad because of the infrastructure. It's just too many variables that can get in the way of your gaming experience. Whether it's flooding, whether it's throttling, whether it's a bad connection, bad modem, maybe the servers is going bad. Maybe there's server maintenance at the place where you're trying to get your content from. You understand what I'm saying? And for the life of me, I just can't understand why people are okay with this, man. Where people is kind of it's almost like people are dictating to you how, when, and everything you should consume your content. You understand what I'm saying, man? And it's frustrating to see people go along with it, even people who are really against it. And I'll even call them out, fanboys, Xbox fanboys in specific. Knowing damn well they not with the streaming stuff. They not with they not really with the Game Pass. They supporting it because they supporting that brand at the end of the day. That's what's important to them, is the brand more than the content, more than the games, more than anything. We got people out here now. I could be wrong about Bleeding Edge, man. I could be completely wrong about that game. But looking at that game, it does not look appealing or fun at all. I've not heard not one person say they were excited about that game besides a couple of Xbox fanboys. Just a couple, man. Because when you look at the game, it doesn't even look fun. Nothing look intriguing. The characters don't even look interesting. They all look weird as hell. They all running around. You got some with titties drooping to the floor and on roller skates with a fucking rocket coming out their ass. And that's supposed to look like that's supposed to be fun to play. Like, and I'm just keeping it all the way real, man. This got nothing to do with me being biased or anything. The game doesn't look fun. If the game was coming on PlayStation, it just don't look fun to me. It just don't, man. But like I said, man, at the end of the day, I think that these bots, man, they really are just supporting their brand more than supporting their own gaming preferences, their own gaming habits, their own gaming all of that. They're putting themselves out the way for the loyalty of a brand that don't give a damn about them at the end of the day. You know? And I don't get me wrong, I've been actively, openly, all of that supporting Sony. But the reason why I support them is because they give me what I want as a consumer, man. You know what I'm saying? They give me what I want. At the end of the day, they give me what I want, what I'm looking for, man. But if this stuff takes place where people are supporting this trash, man, eventually it'll become the norm. And I don't want that. And that's one big reason why I'm speaking out about it about it right now. You know what I mean? But I had to say my piece on this whole situation because I think it's ludicrous. I think it's crazy, man. And I just think it's ridiculous. And then you got people out here that's actually knowingly supporting this, knowing it's bad for the consumer, because we all know that if we invest in anything streaming, anything digital distribution, we're actively supporting DRM, and that means that we allow we get our consumer rights taken away from us. Period. Our consumer rights are taken away from us. We can make up any excuse in the world, but right now, I can buy a game system. I can buy games for it. If I'm tired of it, I can sell it. I can even give it away to somebody who's not fortunate enough to have it, and it would make somebody's life. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say, man? So, I don't mean to make this video long, man, but I just had to speak my mind on it because I think it's freaking ridiculous. And that's it, man. Hey, let me know how y'all feel in the comment section, man. Let me know what's up, man. Holla at me on Twitter. Rome Go Large, man. I'm gonna fix this video format too, man. I'm not gonna keep shooting this in selfie cam on my phone like this. But like I said, man, I gotta speak my mind when it comes out. And like I said, hit me up on Twitter, Rome Go Large. Hit me up on YouTube, on here on YouTube. Leave a comment. If you feeling what I'm saying, man, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. Holla at me, man. It's all about these games. Let's have fun, man. Shout out to FC Violent. He said keep it gaming. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. It's all about gaming. Ain't nothing that serious, man. There's people out here fighting diseases, man. As a matter of fact, my homeboy just lost his dad yesterday. So it's real life shit going on. So it's not that serious where, I'm going to get caught up, emotionally about video games. Not to the point where I'm going to, assault others. But like I said, I mean, not trying to drag this video on, man. Holla at me though, man. Holla at me on Twitter, and on YouTube, comment section, man. Smash that like button, man. Show your brother some love, man. It's Rome, and I'm out.